But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. He's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it. It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules. But we just made it a rule. So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you thought the WNBA All-Star Game was just going to be another fun exhibition match, think again, because Caitlin Clark just flipped the script in a way that has the entire basketball world buzzing. The Indiana Fever superstar and 2025 WNBA All-Star captain didn't just draft her team. She made history by trading her assigned coach, Cheryl Reeve, in a move so bold and unprecedented that it sent shockwaves throughout the league. Fans are losing it, analysts are scrambling, and social media is an absolute firestorm. The WNBA has gone completely nuts. Today, we're diving deep into every angle of why Caitlin Clark's decision to trade her all-star coach, Cheryl Reeve, is the talk of the basketball universe. So, grab a snack, settle in, and let's break it all down. First, let's set the stage for the seismic moment. The 2025 WNBA All-Star Game, set for July 19th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, is shaping up to be one of the most electrifying events of the season. Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's record-breaking guard, was named one of the two-team captains after dominating the fan vote with an incredible 1,293,526 votes, the most ever recorded in WNBA All-Star history. Her counterpart, Minnesota Lynx star Nafi Sakalyer, came in second in the voting and earned the right to captain the opposing team. These two superstars were tasked with drafting their rosters live on ESPN's WNBA Countdown on July 8th. And let me tell you, the draft alone was must-see TV. But what happened next? That's where things went from exciting to downright historic. For those who might not know, the WNBA All-Star Game has a unique setup this year. Coaches are assigned based on the league standings as of July 3rd. Cheryl Reeve, head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, boasting the best record in the WNBA at 21-7, was slated to coach Team Clark. Meanwhile, Sandy Brondello, the mastermind behind the New York Liberty's 2024 WNBA championship run, was assigned to Team Kier. On paper, it seemed like a straightforward setup. Two elite coaches, two stacked rosters, and a whole lot of talent. But Caitlin Clark doesn't do straightforward. Oh no. She had something else in mind, and it's a moment that will be talked about for years. Let's walk to the draft itself, because that's where the seeds of this drama were planted. Clark and Kier were like chess grandmasters, strategically picking their players to build the ultimate all-star squads. Clark kicked things off by selecting her Indiana Fever teammate Aaliyah Boston with the first overall pick, a no-brainer, given their chemistry and Boston's dominance in the paint, averaging 14.5 points and 8.9 rebounds this season. Kier countered by snagging her Lynx teammate Courtney Williams and Minnesota native Paige Buchers, who's been tearing it up in her rookie season with the Connecticut Sun. The draft was already a spectacle, especially when Clark shut down Kier's playful attempt to trade for Boston with now iconic "Absolutely Not," a moment that had the ESPN studio laughing and fans on X going wild. Posts like Caitlin Clark said, "Not my Aaliyah," and "I'm here for it," were everywhere, setting the tone for what was to come. But the real bombshell dropped after the rosters were finalized. When ESPN host Malika Andrews asked the captains if they want to propose any trades, most people expected a player swap or maybe some lighthearted banter. Instead, Caitlin Clark stepped up to the mic and delivered a moment that will go down in WNBA history. She said, and I'm quoting here, "I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care, but I think we've already discussed it. We're going to trade coaches. Fee is going to take her coach, Cheryl Reeve. Sandy Brondello, let's get it." The studio went dead silent for a split second before erupting into absolute chaos. Malika Andrews, completely caught off guard, stammered, "We have breaking news here. I don't know that I've ever heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star Game." Nafi Sakalyer was grinning ear to ear, clearly in on the plan, while the analysts scrambled to process what had just happened. In one swift move, Cheryl Reeve was traded to Team Kier, and Sandy Brondello was now headed to Team Clark. The WNBA had just witnessed its first ever coach trade, and Caitlin Clark was the mastermind behind IT. So, why did this bold move send the basketball world into a frenzy? Let's break it down, starting with the history between Caitlin Clark and Cheryl Reeve. If you've been following the WNBA, you know there's some baggage here. Cheryl Reeve, a four-time WNBA champion and the head coach of Team USA, was part of the selection committee that controversially left Clark off the 2024 Olympic roster. Clark, who shattered NCAA records at Iowa and carried that momentum into the WNBA with a historic rookie season, was widely considered a lock for the Paris Games. Her exclusion sparked a firestorm of debate, with fans and analysts arguing that her star power and on-court production — she averaged 17.1 points, 8.2 assists, and 5.8 rebounds as a rookie — clearly warranted a spot. Reeve, however, defended the decision in a June 2024 press conference, saying the team prioritized experience and fit over popularity. Those comments didn't sit well with Clark's legion of fans, who flooded X with posts like, "Cheryl Reeve slept on Caitlin Clark, and now Caitlin's returning the favor. And Caitlin just traded Reeve like she's playing 2K." The narrative that Clark's trade was a form of revenge quickly took hold, and it's easy to see why. But hold up, before we lean too hard into the drama, let's hear from the other side. Nafisa Collier, as cool-headed as they come, revealed that the trade wasn't just Clark throwing shade. In an exclusive interview with Sportsca, Collier spilled the tea, saying, "I texted Caitlin before to ask if we could trade for Cheryl. So yes, it was pre-planned." That's right. This was a spur-of-the-moment power move. Collier, who's been with the Lynx since 2019 and has thrived under Reeve's coaching, saw an opportunity to reunite with her preferred coach and jumped at it. She even joked, "Watch out, I might be a GM one day." Collier's confidence was palpable as she explained the strategic advantage, saying, "That's just going to be worse for Team Clark, because now we got more chemistry on our side. We've got more synergy. We know what to expect from each other," said Collier. Clark never wanted to back down from a challenge, fired back with a smirk, reminding everyone that Sandy Brondello isn't just any coach. She's a mastermind who led the New York Liberty to a championship over Reeve's Lynx in the 2024 WNBA Finals. The back and forth between these two captains was pure entertainment, and only added more fuel to the all-star fire. Let's talk strategy, because this trade isn't just about headlines. It's about basketball. For Team Kier, acquiring Cheryl Reeve is a massive win. Reeve has coached the Lynx to 5 postseason appearances with Kier, including a thrilling run to the 2024 Finals. Her system, which emphasizes defensive intensity and smart ball movement, is tailor-made for players like Kier and Courtney Williams, both of whom made the all-star roster. Kier, averaging 20.1 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 3.6 assists this season, thrives under Reeve's leadership. Williams, with her pesky defense and playmaking ability, averages 14.7 points and 4.2 assists, fitting perfectly into Reeve's schemes. Having a coach who knows their game inside and out gives Team Kier a rare level of cohesion in an all-star setting where players often need time to gel. As one fan put it, Nafisa and Cheryl are about to run the all-star game like it's a Lynx practice. On the other hand, Team Clark is no slouch with Sandy Brondello at the helm. Brondello's reaction to the trade was pure joy. She couldn't wait to get to work with Clark's squad. In a July 8 press conference after the Liberties went over the Atlanta Dream, Brondello said, "I got traded. Yes, my son hit me up. He's so excited. I've created history. This is awesome. I get to coach with Sabrina and Caitlin Clark in Indianapolis. What a great show." Her enthusiasm was infectious, and it's easy to see why. Team Clark's roster is a shooter's paradise, featuring Clark's long-range bombs. She's hitting 38% from 3 this season, Sabrina Ionescu's lethal pull-up game, and Washington Mystics rookie Sonia Citron, who told Yard Barker, "We're young. We've got a bunch of shooters, a little bit of everything." Brondello, known for designing high-octane offenses, is a perfect coach to unleash this group's full potential. Plus, with Aaliyah Boston anchoring the paint and providing second-chance opportunities, Team Clark could turn the all-star game into a 3-point shootout. Now, let's get to fan reaction, because this is where the WNBA's pulse is really beating. The trade has split the fan base into 2 camps, and social media is a battleground. On one side, Clark supporters see this as a straight-up power move. Posts on X like, "Caitlin Clark makes her own rules," and "The WNBA is Caitlin Clark's league." and there's not a damn thing the old guard could do about it. Capture the vibe of fans who view Clark as a revolutionary force. Her massive popularity, she shattered the All-Star voting record, has made her the face of the league, and trading Reeve feels like a statement against the establishment. Some fans even dug up old quotes from Reeve questioning Clark's readiness for the Olympics, with one user posting, "Caitlin remembered the Cheryl Reeve talk, traded her ASAP. The sentiment is clear. Clark isn't here to play nice. She's here to dominate." But not everyone sees it as a revenge plot. Some fans and analysts argue the trade was purely strategic, pointing to Keir's comments about pre-planning the swap. Cheryl Reeve herself didn't feed into the drama, focusing instead on her disappointment that only two Lynx players, Keir and Williams, made the All-Star roster despite Minnesota's league-leading record. In a press conference after a win against the Chicago Sky on July 9th, Reeve said, "The voting results are really disappointing. Kayla McBride, averaging 15.1 points, 2.3 rebounds, and 3.5 assists, deserved to be there." Reeve's focus on her team snub suggests she isn't sweating the trade, but the optics are undeniable. Clark trading away the coach who snubbed her for the Olympics is a storyline that writes itself. The media has been eating it up, and for good reason. Outlets like Yahoo Sports, Sports Illustrated, and the New York Post ran headlines such as "Caitlin Clark trades away Cheryl Reeve in shock."